What's good, everybody? Fist Vegas, the hardest voice in sports, the muscle of the Giants community. We're in the building for a very special emergency live show. Okay. Joining me tonight on this emergency show is my man Pestilence, PTA Sports. What's good, man?
Yo, 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 yo. It's a new day, Giants fans. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. This kind of made my night. This really did. This kind of made my night. I was having somewhat of a rough day, having some stomach problems, having some other issues, and this really made my day because I don't know about you, Pest, but I was under the impression that even if we got a new GM, if they kept Judge, I wasn't gonna be excited for training camp. I'm sorry. Like he's so, and I was his last defendant. You know, me, Pest, we ain't spoken in a while. I think the last time we spoke,
It was right before the holidays.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I was his last defendant. But at this point, bro, 39 QB sneaks,
Yep.
negative 10 yard passing games. I'm out. I'm all the way out with him.
Yep.
That's how I felt.
Yep. Yep. Well, so all right, let me flex a little muscle here. A very reputable source told me that regardless of who the GM was going to make the decision as to whether or not Joe Judge was going to stay or not. That was the initial thought, right? So Joe Judge had his meeting yesterday where he pleaded his case, and then today he came back in there and they basically gave him the axe. Now, I didn't know that the axe was coming because, as I said, my source told me, Judge is not safe. They're going to let the GM make the decision. All right. So it came out of nowhere when I found out that he got fired because I had literally just finished recording my Joe Judge video today. Literally, I just finished it. I was editing it up, getting a thumbnail put together, and I was getting ready to upload it when I got a notification on my phone that Joe Judge had been fired, and I was like, well, damn. I knew he wasn't safe, but I didn't realize he wasn't that safe. So like I was feeling real comfortable with the situation because I didn't want Joe Judge anymore, right? But if we were going to keep him, it was going to be because he convinced whoever this general manager was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he convinced whoever the general manager was. I guess you earned another shot. But I was comfortable with the whole situation. I really was.
See, me, when the news broke, I was editing my Aaron Rodgers video because Aaron Rodgers had bombed on Joe Judge on the McAfee show.
Mm-hmm.
So I was working on my Aaron Rodgers video and I posted it on Twitter. I was like, today was supposed to be Aaron Rodgers Day. I didn't expect this to happen because I was like, okay, he survived Monday. At that point, I was like, okay, he's here to stay. At that point, I'm like, okay, he's here to stay. The new general manager is gonna have to deal with him. Like, we're screwed. But when the news came out that he was fired, I was like, thank God. I was like, now we have a true reason to be excited, man. Because if we keep Joe Judge, it's the same thing. It's the same philosophy. It's the same field position. It's over punting, never going for it on fourth down, the lack of aggressions, not being able to manage your timeouts, these phony ass speeches he gives at the podium. Like I think I can speak for Pest when I say this. His act wore thin. It wasn't working no more.
Oh yeah. I mean, you get to a certain point, right, where you're sick of it's almost like you hanging out with one of your homeboys, right? He don't got no job. So every time you go out, you got to pay for this man, right? He keeps telling you, "Oh man, I got these job interviews lined up. Everything's gonna be good. You know what I mean, when I get this job, I'm gonna take care of you. You ain't even gonna have to pay for me again." And he keeps telling you that, but he always wants to go out. He always wants to go to the club. Always wants to go get drinks. Always wants to go get food, and you got to pay for it. Like eventually, you're gonna be like, "Yo, man, nah, I'm not dealing with you no more, man. Get a job and come holler at me." That's how I felt about Joe Judge, because constantly he says all the right things all the time, except for once, in that press conference where he went on an 11-minute rant. But he says the right things all the time, and you're like, okay, eventually you're going to get it right. Eventually you have to get it right. But it was too many times of him screwing something up. And then I was at the game on Sunday. I saw the 2 quarterback sneaks happen live, and I'm like, hey, yo, what the hell is... Oh my God!
In the stadium, I didn't know you were there.
I was there,
like inside the stadium when he did that.
Okay. Well, let me back up a second. Okay. I told my wife, we need to get up to the stadium at about 11 o'clock, right? We want to tailgate, but we're gonna want to find good parking, and we're gonna have to maneuver our way into the stadium, right? Because this is just me kind of knowing the way football stadiums are, right? When we pulled up, that parking lot was empty. This is at 11 o'clock. This is now. Granted, it's cold as hell, right? It's like kind of like a wintry mix, so it'll like sleep for a minute and stop, right? So like there's kind of good reason for people to not be at this game, on top of the fact that the Giants suck. But like this stadium is empty, and I'm looking around like, yo, where's everybody at? So like you've got people that's got their tailgates set up and whatnot, but it's just tons of parking everywhere. So we hang out, we do the tailgating thing, right? We go inside the stadium. The stadium is like a third of the way full, bro. Like there's like so many open seats everywhere. Like you could have paid to sit in nosebleeds and gotten to, the 100 section down by the field. Like it was empty. Okay. The crowd was not getting loud. The crowd was barely not cheering. And I don't know if you watched on a game and how many times you heard the referee say 76 is eligible. But it got to a point where every time the referee would say 76 is reported as eligible, everyone would cheer because we were just making fun of it at that point. So then the two quarterback sneaks happen, and it's just boo, boo. People are losing their mind. Fuck you, Joe Judge. This team sucks. People are going crazy. And so when they line up for the punt, they're just raining down boos. Like everybody is done. People started leaving. People started leaving at like halftime.
Sheesh.
It was embarrassing. Like if I know Mara was there. I'm pretty sure Tish might have been there too. They had to have been embarrassed as to what this game looked like, because it wasn't like Washington fan base took over our stadium. Nobody was there. Nobody.
The stadium looked like it had empty seats in it.
Nobody was there, yo. Like not even Washington fans. Here's another crazy thing. I saw a tweet where someone had showed, because you got the 100 section that's over like field level. You got the 200 section that's a little bit behind the field. You got the 300 section that's the top level. Those 300 section seats were going for $6.
Also, Grill Mouth Scott is right there.
Yeah, yes.
Grill Mouth Scott was saying that tickets
those tickets were going for $6, yo. I'm not even like no BS. Those tickets were $6 to sit up in the nosebleeds.
Jesus.
Yo, it was a sad state of affairs. We still had fun. I mean, we did our thing. We chilled in the parking lot. We drank or whatever, got ready to go into the stadium, and we had a good time. But like, yo, first of all, Billy Mays, I've turned over a new leaf, okay? I've turned over a new leaf, so I'm not going to go at you so hard, but I still don't like the cut of your jib, Billy Mays. So sit in the corner and shut up, okay?
Speaking of which, shout out to Donnie. He says Pest is coach. Who the F is that?
Yes, that is his name. Yes, that is his name. His name is Coach Who the F is that?
Oh, that's that was his nickname when he got hired.
That's what I called him. Yeah, I called him Coach Who the F is that?
we didn't know who the hell Joe Judge was.
Yeah. And that's who he is again. He's back to being coach. Who the F is that? Yeah, who's that? Joe Judge. Who the F is that? Yeah.
Oh no. Actually, no. He's QB sneak guy now. That's his legacy. His legacy is officially QB sneak guy. He's the QB sneak guy on 3rd and 9. He's never living that down. He's never living down QB sneaking on 3rd and 9. I don't think he's ever living that down.
Yo, listen, I don't think he's gonna live any of this stuff down. I was talking to Kush. I was talking to Kid Blue. I was talking to Eli Vibes, and we were saying like, yo, like what's next for Joe Judge? And I'm like, not coaching in the NFL ever again. That's
he's a college guy. Joe Judge. If I was Joe Judge, I go straight to college.
Yeah,
you imagine Joe Judge giving those speeches on someone's couch. He's getting all the good recruits.
Oh no, he's perfect for college. And I could totally see Joe Judge going to a college program and turning it around. But he should never step foot in the NFL again. Never do it. Never.
No, not in the NFL. He's definitely
never
in the NFL. Guys like him are built for college.
Not built for NFL. Yeah. No, he should never go back.
Well, shut up. Never. Mark Stewart says all Giants fans can breathe again. Keep up, keep it 100. Yeah, Mark, you're right, Mark. That's what I did tonight. When we fired Judge, Mark, all I could do was just like you. It's like one of those situations where it's like, like you remember the Batman movie or whatever, right? In the Dark Knight. When people thought they were gonna die because Joker had make them choose. Like,
yes.
Like when they didn't die, it wasn't. Oh, they weren't doing backflips. It was just like.
That was a close one.
That's how I felt. When Joe Judge got fired, I didn't do backflips. I didn't like scream in joy. I was just like, thank God.
Yeah, I saw it and I went, what? And then I looked to verify because it was the Adam Scheffler tweet. So I looked to verify that it wasn't that dude who pretends to be Adam Scheffler. I had to make sure it was the real account. And when I saw it was a real account, I went, well, I'll be damned. They cleaning the house.
I found out by accident. I was airing out my former co-host. And I was actually, because when you got multiple channels on YouTube, when you go to your creator studio, you have to switch between YouTube accounts.
Right.
So I was actually I logged on my dashboard on my phone, and I was getting ready to go to my my General Fisk account to read the comment sections on my Fire Range video. And right before I clicked it off, on my Giants dashboard, I got a comment from a subscriber saying, yo, we just fired Joe Judge. I'm like, fuck out of here. Then I go to Twitter and I go directly to Adam Schefter because I don't believe nothing till it comes from Schefter. But yeah, I went on Twitter and everybody was like, yes, he's fired. A couple of Giants people I rock with, beat reporters and stuff, was like, Joe Judge is fired. Here's a letter from John Mara. I was like, oh shit. I hit upload on the video. I said, screw the Aaron Rodgers video. I'll put that out later this week or whatever, just because. And I was like, thank God. It's just like, yo, I can breathe now. I can be excited again. I can be happy for the future again. I can be happy, just like, yo, this dude was just Judge. I've never seen one person go from being well loved to well hated that quick. I don't think I've ever seen that, Pest. A year ago, Joe Judge was he was Parcells, he was Belichick. A year ago, Joe Judge could do no wrong, and now he's fired. I've never seen a fall from grace this fast, ever, in my opinion. I don't know about you, but this is wow. Shout out to Chuch's Vienna. Remember, supporting Big Fisk is supporting small businesses. What up, Fisk? And dude, I'm excited as hell for the roster changes and moves coming soon. Yo, it gives us something to be happy about.
Yeah,
Giants
definitely.
fans, we could. Oh, you backing up, Ash?
Oh yeah, my bad. I had to mute for a second because there was conversation being had, and you already need to hear that. But yeah, no, I'm back. My bad. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny that you talk about Joe Judge and how he went from being loved to being hated because it happened in a blink of an eye. It was just like that. Boom. He's the man. He's the dude, and suddenly he's trash. You're right. I've never seen that. I've never seen that happen. Even the people like talking heads on big name networks were praising Joe Judge, and those same talking heads are like, yeah, he sucks. I don't understand it. It's crazy.
And the thing is, like, I never seen it in the Chooches beginner, like, to peak the double down on your super chat, Chooches. The fact that he's gone is what makes these roster changes exciting. Mm-hmm. It's what makes the next general manager in the draft exciting. Mm-hmm. Because if we keep Joe Judge, like I said a few minutes ago, is anybody going to be excited for next year's team?
Nope.
I don't care who we draft.
Nope.
It doesn't matter. Like, Joe Judge, just his philosophy and his way of thinking on football is just, bro, Nick Saban and Belichick don't move like that.
No, they don't.
They don't move like that.
But you know what? To caveat on the super chat, did you see the comparison of the list of candidates when we hired Dave Gettleman as opposed to the list of candidates right now? Have you seen that?
Oh yeah,
bro.
Bro, we only interviewed like what, 3 people for the.
It was like 4. It was Gettleman and 3 other people. Only one guy was an outsider. That was Louis Riddick. There is not a single person on this list of requested interviews that have any association to the Giants. Not a single one. And every single team that we're requesting interviews from, with the exception of, I believe, the Ravens, because they just requested to interview somebody from the Ravens. But every team are teams that 4 years ago were not good teams.
Oh, by the way, that Joe Horowitz guy, I think his name is, from the Ravens.
Yeah.
I want him because the Ravens have been good for 20 years. I don't remember the Ravens ever being bad, bro. I want him. He was there. He learned of the Ozzie Newsome. He was there for the Bart Scotts and the Ed Reeds and all these great players that they draft from Baltimore. I want him. If the Giants are going to interview the right-hand man down there in Baltimore, I think his name is Joe Horowitz or something like that, I want that guy. That's 20 years of excellence down there in Baltimore. I'll take that.
Yeah, it's Joe Horowitz. Joe Horowitz, who's the director of player personnel. So either I'm okay with him, or I'm also okay with the guy Sean, the one that's in Buffalo.
See,
I'm okay.
I don't want nobody from Buffalo. Y'all keep talking about Buffalo. Here's why I don't want the Buffalo people. Let me tell you why. That leads to Brian Dable being the coach. No. The Giants need a veteran, proven head coach. No more Shermer, Joe Judge, McAdoo's. No. What's the difference between Brian Dable and Joe Judge and McAdoo? What's the difference?
I mean, Gable at least is an offensive coordinator.
But McAdoo and Shermer.
But the reason, yes, but the difference is that Dave Gettleman was the general manager and Dave Gettleman was ass at his job. This guy up in Buffalo was, first of all, he did real well in Miami before he went to Buffalo. He got pulled out of Miami to go to Buffalo to be the assistant GM, brought in a gentleman who has a PhD in analytics, okay? He brought that guy in Miami, and then when he went to Buffalo, took that guy with him to Buffalo, and Buffalo turned the corner. Okay, Buffalo has been a team that everybody's been saying, though they're kind of sneaky, they could be good for like 15 years. And finally, over the course of the last 4 years, this team is good. Good defense, good offense. Their run game's not always great, but that's okay. But like the fact of the matter is that this dude up in Buffalo is a good catch. But also the two that are in San Francisco are good catches. Look at the way San Francisco has been moving. Look at the way that they've been drafting. Okay, like and San Francisco, they can find a running back. They can find a running back at Labor Ready. I don't know if y'all know what Labor Ready is, but it's a day labor place where you go where you can get a job for like the day. But they can find a running back anywhere. Their defense has been put together really well. I mean, like some of these names that are being touted as potential GMs for us. These are good names, and it's a whole list of good names. It's not onesie twosies. This is a whole ass list of good names, man. This is dope.
All right, I'm gonna respond to you. Let me get to Isaiah Gordon real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Isaiah Gordon. Remember, supporting Big Fisk is supporting small businesses. Isaiah Gordon says, man, I really hope next year I finally have hope again. Fisk, gotta spit that silver tongue to reel us in again. Yeah, man, I gave us hope. Isaiah, I preach hope and prosperity all summer long. And Joe just slapped me in the face with it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was
super
so
hard
high.
slap.
I was so high on this team, and I preached nothing but prosperity and positivity all summer long. And a lot of Giants fans was mad at me because we suck. I got a lot of Giants fans saying, Fisk, I believed you when you said this is going to be our year, Fisk. I believed you when you said Joe Judge was the guy, Fisk. And I'm like, people were mad at me. I'm like, yo, he failed me too. I'm out here apologizing to my subscribers for believing in Joe Judge. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, man, like I tried, man. I really thought this was going to be the year, Isaiah. I really did. Everything I said in the summertime about the Giants winning the division, and I really believed it. And I think every Giants fan thought we were going to be good going into the season. I don't think there's a Giants fan alive that going into week 1 of the 2021 season did not think we were a playoff team. Maybe not some Super Bowl contender, but like we really thought that we were going to be good. And we were horrible. I mean, this is Pest. This is the worst. And what you got me about? What 8 years older than me, Pest?
Yeah, about that.
I don't know about you, but I've been watching. My first year throwing shit at the TV over the Giants was 2004, Eli Manning's rookie year. My dad, I watched Giants games with my dad as a kid, but I used to just look at him like he was crazy when he cursed at the TV. I ain't start cursing at the TV till 2004. So for 18 years past, I've watched the Giants carefully. And never have I been so embarrassed and so depressed as a fan as I've been since Daniel Jones got hurt.
Oh no, this is by far the worst product that this team has ever put on the field in the 40 years that I've been on this fucking rock. Like this team, the current team right now, this season that we just watched was the worst season of Giants football I have ever seen.
Not even close. It's more embarrassing than the 20. What was what you call it last season? Was it 2017? McAdoo's last season? This is even more embarrassing than the benching of Eli. This is worse than watching Geno Smith. This
is much worse. This is much worse because you have a team that not only do the fans think they're not going to win, not only do the players think they're not going to win, but clearly the coaches think they're not going to win. And they're coaching like it. Oh, man, we can't make no mistakes because if we make a single mistake, we're done. Like it's crazy. This is the worst I've ever seen this team, ever.
And that's what ruined Daniel Jones, too. I think because before Joe Judge got here, Daniel Jones was a gunslinger. He pushed the ball down the field, and Joe Judge comes, and all of a sudden Daniel Jones is out here throwing checkdowns and shit. And I'm just like, people like No Cap is over here making fun of Daniel Jones, but we were competitive. It makes me appreciate Daniel Jones more because I'm sitting back like when Andrew Thomas was hurt and Tony was hurt and Shepard and Galladay were hurt, and it was Daniel Jones and a bunch of practice squad players, we were still better on offense than what we've been the past 6 weeks. Daniel Jones with nothing around him was better than no Daniel Jones and everybody healthy. Galladay, when's the last time Galladay missed a game? When's the last time Saquon missed a game? These dudes been healthy for the last. Daniel Jones missed what, the last 7 games of the season, and I'm just sitting back like I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh my goodness, Daniel Jones is some MVP," but damn, bruh.
Listen, you know
competitive.
You know how I feel about Daniel Jones. You already know how I feel about Daniel Jones, and I've been saying this about Daniel Jones from the very beginning, that I don't quite believe that he is, that he is a top 10 quarterback in this league. I don't think he'll ever be a top 10 quarterback in this league. Do I think that he's, maybe in the top 20? Maybe he'll be a top 20. Maybe. I think he's got the talent, but I don't think it's going to happen here. Honestly, I'm keeping Daniel Jones for this upcoming season. I'm not picking up his 5th-year option. If he plays well, maybe I'll franchise tag him, but I don't think Daniel Jones is going to be here that much longer. I don't.
When Daniel Jones was here, for the first month of the season before the Cowboys game, the Cowboy game that's when Saquon got hurt, Tony got hurt, Galladay got hurt, Thomas got hurt. Before the Cowboy game, right? The first 4 games of the season, Daniel Jones was Offensive Player of the Week 2 out of those 4 games before
this is true. I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm not taking anything away from Daniel Jones. I'm not. I just don't think this is the place for him. I don't think this is where he's going to prosper. I don't think this is where he's going to succeed.
Now, that part, hold on. Shout out to Evan Ingram. This team is still bad. I don't care. Give me
I hate you, Ingram. I hate you, and I'm so glad you're not coming back. I can't stand you, Ingram. Get out of here, sucker.
Stop. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, what you have to understand is with Daniel Jones, right? Giants fans, and I'm going to say this for the 50,000th time. Giants fans, including you, Pest, y'all don't have the right to criticize Daniel Jones because he's playing every bit as good as Eli ever did. And I'm just like, y'all are comparing Daniel Jones to like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. Like, Giants fans act like we've had good quarterback play. Like, the Giants have never had an MVP quarterback. The Giants have never had a great quarterback. We've never had a great quarterback. So the expectations that y'all are holding Daniel Jones to aren't realistic because y'all haven't experienced it.
No, I'm not. I am not holding Daniel Jones to an expectation of being an MVP. I don't care if Eli was never MVP. Eli had 1 MVP caliber season, just 1. That man played for 18 years. He had 1 MVP caliber season. I don't care if Daniel Jones is an MVP. I don't care if Daniel Jones is the next Aaron Rodgers. I don't care. All I do care about is availability, which Daniel Jones doesn't have. Okay, availability and a shot at putting his team on his back when he needs to. I don't expect him.
That he's done. Down 10 points in New Orleans, he put us on his back.
Listen, he needs to. Eli Manning put this team on his back
for 8 games.
Year after year.
For 8 games.
Yes, bro. The last Super Bowl year Eli was here, he had the record for most fourth quarter comebacks.
For 8 games past. Eli Manning had 8 games where he put us on his back.
Okay.
8 games.
Oh, okay. Okay.
2 playoff runs, that's it. Because if Eli Manning was so great, he wouldn't have finished. He wouldn't have needed a Daniel Jones injury to get to a 500. He was supposed to retire under 500. He was. But Daniel Jones hurt his ankle, which goes back to availability. That's my only knock on Daniel Jones. His availability is horrible. He's missed games every year of his career. That's unacceptable. So my whole thing with Daniel Jones, and I'm going to say this one time, and I'm going to make myself very clear. I want to keep Danny. I do. I think Daniel Jones is the guy, and I think he's going to be great. But I agree with Pest. This might not be the place where he flourishes. He
I
might
don't.
need to go to
I don't think
Denver.
he
He
is.
might need to go to New Orleans or something to meet his true potential.
Let me ask you this question, Fist. Okay, let me ask you this question. Okay, um, a minute 30 left in the game. One timeout. Down by 4.
Uh-huh.
Daniel Jones under center.
Uh-huh.
You confident we win in this game?
Yeah.
Honestly, you're confident we win in this game.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones under center.
Yeah.
Down
Hell
4.
yeah.
Down 4. A minute 30.
Is
One
Sherman,
timeout.
are we
We
talking
gotta
like what?
score a touchdown.
Yes, not with this bozo offensive staff, but yeah, if we have a competent offensive coordinator, yeah. With a competent offensive coordinator and play calling, yes. This bullshit we got now, negative 11 passes. So we go from Daniel Jones. We complained about Daniel Jones' 200-yard passing games. We went from that to negative 11 yards. I think you got to put Daniel Jones in context. A lot of Giants fans, they want Daniel Jones to like, y'all want to get rid of Daniel Jones and like, yo, now we got to get rid of Daniel Jones. But I'm like, you sure you want to do that? Like Giants fans that talk about Teddy Bridgewater. What the fuck are you
No,
doing?
oh hell no, no hell
Like,
no.
who are we gonna pick up better than Daniel Jones?
My
Unless we
my
trade for Watson or something. Who are we picking up better than Daniel Jones?
my opinion is that we keep Daniel Jones here next year for the 4th year of his contract. We do not pick up his 5th year option because I do not think we want to pay that much money. Let this man play out the end of his contract and let's see what happens. All right. If he plays above average, we can franchise tag him for a year. If he doesn't, we let him go. We let this man walk. Because honestly, I just over the course of the last 3 seasons, if I look at Daniel Jones' entire body of work, does he have good games? Yes. Yes, he does. But you know who else has good games? Fucking Heineke over at Washington. That dude's not a NFL starting caliber quarterback, but he's got some good games. Like I can name a bunch of quarterbacks in the history of the NFL who have had good games, but they're not a starter. And I don't know if Daniel Jones is that guy. Again, could he go somewhere else in the right circumstance and put up good numbers? Absolutely. I think Daniel Jones is athletic. I think Daniel Jones is smart. I think Daniel Jones can make all the throws. I think he can. But what's his mentality right now? How comfortable is he in the pocket? And here's even the biggest question. Here's the biggest question that no one's even asking. How bad is that man's neck hurt? What's going on with that man's neck? Because ain't nobody told us nothing about that man's neck. What's going on with his neck? Because we lost a really good running back because of a neck injury. Wilson. What's going on with Daniel Jones' neck? That's what I need to know. Are they fusing stuff? Is this something that's going to be a lingering thing for him for his whole career? He's going to have neck issues? That's a serious thing. That's no one's talking about that. What's up with DJ's neck?
Real quick, shout out to Evan Ingram. I was good this year. Not my fault. The offense is bad.
Shut up.
Thank you.
Shut up.
He ain't never been good. Shout out to Donnie. Donnie says, Fisk, I have a question. Would you rather DJ be great but have the Giants be trash, or have the Giants be great and DJ be trash? Those two things can't coexist. Because if he's great, the Giants are going to be winning. And if he's trash, as we've seen, if he's not good, we don't win. This is a quarterback league. You can't have one without the other. If Daniel Jones is bad, we're going to lose. If he's good, we're going to... Well, no, because Daniel Jones has been great and we still lose because people can't catch balls. So, I mean, look, I don't know. I can't answer that, Donnie.
I'd rather the Giants be good. I'm not rooting for individual players no more.
No,
I'm
but
rooting
we
for the
can't
damn
be good
team.
with a trash quarterback. If that was the case, we wouldn't have sucked with Mike Glennon. We've seen trash quarterbacks. We can't be trash. We can't be good with a trash quarterback. I mean, our defense held the Cowboys at 21 points, and we turned the ball. How we turned the ball over 4 times and still hold Dallas at 21 points? I mean, damn. I mean, at some point, it's just like Jesus. Before I get to Titan Omega music, Savannah Jawari or Guar, I can't pronounce your name. We're gonna call you Sivan. I can't pronounce your name, bro. But he says, what year did we put DJ in a position to succeed, Pest?
When Sherman was here.
And he was 24-12.
When Sherman was here. That was the last time.
24-12.
That was the last time Danny Jones was put in a position to succeed, was when Shermer was here. But that's because DJ was Shermer's guy. Shermer believed in DJ. Shermer's the reason why DJ's here in the first place. So, like, of course, Shermer put him in position to win. Then Joe Judge shows up with this ragtag group of coaches, and they don't give a shit about Daniel Jones. They don't care about him. They didn't pick him. They didn't want him. So, like,
Pass, you got to understand something. Because Daniel Jones, even that rookie year, he was throwing to Slayton and Caden Smith. We didn't have an offensive line. This is pre-Andrew Thomas. Saquon was hurt that year. I just think what's going to happen with Daniel Jones, and I'm warning Giants fans about this, y'all going to be sick, because that's how you New Yorkers are. You New Yorkers are very impulsive. Y'all going to run Daniel Jones out that door, and he is going to be a great quarterback for another franchise, and Giants fans are going to be salty. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you. That's running Daniel Jones out of this organization would be the biggest mistake the Giants have ever made. That's a Drew Brees story waiting to happen. The neck injury, the Giants gave up on him. He goes to another franchise, and this kid's a savior for 15 years. Same thing with Drew Brees' shoulder injury. I'm telling you, getting rid of Daniel Jones is the worst mistake the Giants could ever make, because we've yet to see what this kid can do with real coaching and an offensive line. If we build that offensive line up in this draft, but we get rid of Daniel Jones before he gets a chance to play behind it, that would be a crime. That'd be a whole damn crime. So I'm just saying, y'all complaining about Daniel Jones, but he's proven you could win with him. You could win with Danny. The problem is the pieces around Daniel Jones. It's not his fault Evan Ingram can't catch Dave Gettleman. It's not his fault Darius Slayton can't catch Dave Gettleman. I mean, it's like Daniel Jones has had moments where he's done good shit, but the team around him just so bad, bro. You know, it's like, I'm telling you, the Daniel Jones situation, that would be the biggest mistake the Giants ever made. Yeah, like quarterbacks grow on trees. Pest, you see how bad Trevor Lawrence looked this year? You see how bad Josh Rosen and Baker Mayfield and Justin Wilson, whatever the fuck his name is with the Jets? Y'all act like we could just pick a quarterback up and just be better than Daniel Jones.
I mean, I'm not saying that.
Obviously.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that we need to put Daniel Jones in a position to be able to play his ass off for a contract. Like, we need to put him in a position for him to play his ass off for a contract. It won't be fair to him. It will not be fair to him to put him in a bad situation this upcoming season on a contract year. I don't think that's fair. The Giants have to put him in the best possible position to go out there and ball out for a contract. But I'm not just giving him a contract. He doesn't get a contract on GP. You got to show me something. Like, that's just what it is. And that's the nature of the beast. That's any team, any player, any sport. Show me you deserve this contract, we'll give it to you. Don't, and we let you walk. So, like, put him in a position to be successful. Do everything you can to put Daniel Jones in a position to be successful. He's on the roster. His contract's still cheap. He's here, okay? Unless somebody's getting ready to give us some kind of crazy trade package for Daniel Jones, right, then he's going to be here. So, all right, cool. It's your opportunity. You better go out there and ball out. We don't got to win a Super Bowl. Hell, we don't got to make the playoffs. Because I don't expect this team to make the playoffs next season. We're not going to be good. But you don't even got to make the playoffs, bro. But how about this? Put up some yards. Put up some touchdowns.
Don't say that.
Don't throw no interceptions. Don't say what?
Say that, bro.
Don't say what? Don't say what?
The Eagles just made the playoffs with Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni. Don't say
I mean,
we can't make the playoffs next year.
Listen,
Don't say that.
but here's
the
the
Eagles
thing.
just made the playoffs.
But here's the thing. We shouldn't even be thinking about the playoffs right now. That shouldn't even be a thought for us. Because I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. 8 months ago, the Eagles and their fans didn't think they was going into the playoffs. They thought they was going to be bad. They was making fun of the coach in his first press conference. So is it possible for the Giants to go to the playoffs next year? Sure. Of course it is. Anything is possible. Okay? Like listen, tomorrow, Fist Vegas could bump into Sasha Banks and pull her phone number because she mad at Makazi that day. It could happen. But what are the odds? But what are the odds?
Listen, she don't need to be mad at Makazi to give me the digits. I'm that nigga. She just give me the digits because I'm that nigga.
I'm just saying. So like, yeah, I would caution Giants fans, don't be expecting the playoffs. If we make it, pleasant surprise. But I'm not expecting that, and I don't expect Daniel Jones to lead us to the promised land next year. But have a good season. Have a good season. Protect the football. Make your throws. Make your reads. Don't be a jackass.
I respect that. Shout out to Titan Omega Music. Man, why you get rid of my boy Judge? Y'all ain't right for that. Now, fuck you, Cowboy fans. Cowboy fans was loving that Joe Judge shit. Hate Cowboy fans. Shout out to Chooch's beginner. Fist, Eli never had a decent line. What are you talking about?
That's cap. That's
his
all
first
the way
10
cap.
years in the league, he had like the best.
That's all the way. He had a great offensive line. He had a great offensive line for a long time.
Years in the league, like the Giants took care of him his first 10 years. Now his last little 6 or 7 years.
He ain't have shit.
10 years, he was straight.
Oh yeah, that offensive line was straight. They was blocking well. They was creating holes for the running back because all the running backs from the Giants were eating during those first 10 years. Like all of them was putting up crazy numbers. So like, hey, it is what it is. That offensive line was pretty good.
Shout out to Chooch's beginner, but you're right about the coaching. Coughlin and Eli built a bond together. Yeah, because every time they won a Super Bowl, it was years they were supposed to get fired. We were supposed to get rid of Eli, fire Coughlin in 2007. We won the Super Bowl. 2011, we were supposed to fire Coughlin, get rid of Eli again. We won a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Those two was always on the hot seat. Once again, Eli Manning, a 500 quarterback. But back to what Pest said about the Daniel Jones shit. Yo, we gotta give him a 5th-year option. There's no way.
We don't.
Let me tell you why. Let me explain to you. If Daniel Jones is going to be good next year, so whatever. But the thing is, the 5th-year option is only what, like $21 million. It's like
I'm looking at it right now. I am looking at it right now.
It can't be more than like 22, 23 million.
Okay, this is 2022. Saquon. Nope. This is the wrong one. We got to go to. Let me find it. Hold on a second. Give me a second.
Okay. So.
All right, Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones's 5th-year option is $21.4 million. You willing to spend $21.4 million on Daniel Jones right now, Fist Vegas?
First of all, I'm wanting to spend 50 on him, so 21 ain't shit.
Hey yo, you gave me so much flack. You gave me so much flack about Big Cat and me saying that Big Cat needed to get like 18, but you willing to give Daniel Jones $21.4 million.
You're not looking at the big picture. You're not looking at the big picture. Titan Omega Music is a Cowboy fan. The one who just sent that super chat, Titan Omega Music is a Cowboy fan, right? Dak don't get a 5th year because Dak was a 4th-round pick.
Correct.
So after his year 4, they had to franchise him. What I'm trying to get Giants fans like Pest to understand is I would rather pay Daniel Jones $21 million than about $35-40 million on the franchise tag. Because y'all are aware the franchise tag, once Aaron Rodgers get his 50, Lamar get his 50, Kyler Murray get his 55, 60. You are aware that franchise tag going to be about $35 million, right?
I'm
Kirk
looking.
Cousins
Listen,
was
no,
getting
no.
like $30 million on
Okay,
the Washington franchise tag.
let's look at it. Let's look at it. So the franchise. Okay, all right. So right now the franchise tag for quarterbacks is 28.
$7 million more, and that's
That's
this
the
year.
franchise
That's not
tag.
next year.
That's
This
28.
year. That's this year's franchise tag. We're talking about next year's tag after quarterbacks get paid another $10+ million a year. It's gonna go up, and so it'll be. So let's just say it'd be $31 million. You would rather pay him $31 million on a tag than $21 million on a 5th-year option?
If he see, but that's the thing is that if he has a good season, then he's worth that money. If he doesn't, he's not worth 20. Then he's not worth 21. And you have the option of saying yay or nay. If we pick up this 5th-year option, we have to pay him that money. If we pick up that 5th-year option and he's ass next year, we got to pay him that money. So yeah, it's a gamble. It's a gamble. But at least but let's take the gamble we can back out of if need be.
You can't back out of the tag because the thing is this, right? You don't want to give Daniel Jones that much leverage because that's Dak Prescott all over again. That's what fucked the Cowboys over. You don't want to give him the leverage of, well, if you don't tag me or pay me, I can walk. You don't want to be in a situation where your quarterback can ask for a blank check. You don't want to be in that situation. So my whole thing is like Daniel Jones next year. Let's say we get Evan Neal and Lindenbaum, which is really possible because I think Hutchinson and Thibodeau are gonna go in the top 4, and I also believe Kenny Pickett and that other quarterback are gonna go to Houston and Detroit, which is gonna leave the Giants with Evan Neal by default because of where we're picking. So we get Evan Neal, Lindenbaum to go with Andrew Thomas. That saves Saquon Barkley's ass, and that saves Daniel Jones's ass. At worst, we're a 500 team next year with the right coach.
Saquon Barkley might not be here, bro.
I'm just saying if he is, because
Saquon Barkley might get traded in a month.
But my whole thing is, and I don't want to do that because my thing is, we don't know what Saquon Barkley can do behind a real offensive line. I don't want to get rid of Daniel Jones and Saquon before we see what they could do behind a real offensive line. If we bring in a real coach and a real GM who know how to build a team and coach a team, Saquon and Daniel Jones are pretty fucking talented. And I would love to see what they do behind a real offensive line and real coaching. Like just me.
If they can stay, if they both can stay healthy, which they fucking can't.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, can't forget about that part.
I mean, listen, bro. I mean, listen, man. I understand. I understand what you're saying here. I really do, man. And I'm not discrediting your opinion here. But when I'm looking at the situation, I would much rather have the option of saying, okay, Daniel, you had a really good year. Let me go ahead and hook you up with 28 million. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or you know what? Hey, you had a shit year. We're not giving you 20. We're not giving you 21.4. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather us have that option at the end of next year to make a decision as to what we're going to do with Daniel Jones, as opposed to being stuck with him and he's asked next year. And I'm not saying he's going to be, but we have to declare whether or not we're going to pick this 5th-year option up here in like a month and a half. We have to say whether we're going to do it or not. And you're talking about tying up $21 million in a kid that we don't even know if he's the guy or not.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, well, first of all,
who the hell is that just came up in here? Is that Ashton Griffin? Is that sorry son of a bitch?
Yo, what's good? What's good?
What up, man?
Real quick.
I just go ahead. It's my fault.
Before we introduce Ash Money, shout out to Terrell Young. One of us really got to take Dallas and put them in a rug next year. They need to stop hyping glorified stat patterns. It's disgusting. Yeah, man, it's either gonna be the Giants and Eagles will be better than the Cowboys next year, in my opinion. Because the Giants, I feel like you gotta understand the Giants, right? Giants got 2 first-round picks. We're gonna get a good coaching staff. We already got a good roster.
Wait
the Eagles got
a
3
minute.
first-round picks.
Wait a minute. What did you just say? You said who's going to be better than the Cowboys?
I think the Giants and Eagles will be better than the Cowboys next year.
Oh man,
Dak has regressed, bro. Dak has regressed. He's going right back to that game manager.
Vegas, we doing this already?
Dak ain't good. I'm sorry.
We're doing this already.
He's not. I don't give a fuck. Dak is not that good. I've been said that he is not that. Bro, Jerry Jones knew he ain't that damn good. That's why it took him 3 years to get a fucking contract. Even his own owner know he ain't that damn good. Dak is not that dude. He's not that dude. Bro.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Dak is the only thing that's holding that team back right now.
Thank you. Somebody with some common sense. Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Me and Fish don't usually. We agree on some things. We don't agree on some other things. But this thing, I'm gonna have to agree with Fish on. Dak has not been looking that good, and really, he's holding that team back. Is the only thing. He's the only thing that's holding that team back from being a legit Super Bowl contender.
All right. All right.
He's not good.
All right.
I was scared of Romo. I was scared of 2017 Carson Wentz. I'm not just shitting on him because he's a Cowboy. Like, I respect the ops when they deserve to be respected. This dude ain't good, bro.
2017 Carson Wentz had me about to be scared for a couple years. I'm not gonna lie.
Facts.
All right.
And by the way, I just made T2. I gave you a wrench, and Ash Money, I gave you a wrench. Just for that. Yeah, so Ash Money, you got a wrench. T2, you got a wrench too.
I'm honored.
So basically, what I'm just trying to put a cap on the Daniel Jones situation. I don't want to end up like Dak Prescott. If you don't give Daniel Jones the 5th-year option, he goes out there and plays to his potential, which is 30 plus touchdowns or some shit, we in trouble. We in trouble. At that point, you got to break the bank for him. You can't you can't let him play on a 5th-year cheap deal. You got to break the bank on him because why be $31 million against the cap? Why you think the Cowboys paid Dak? It's too much. It's too much to pay a quarterback in one season. You gotta give him a contract at that point. So it's like, I'd rather put him on a 5th-year option and give him $21 million than risk having to franchise tag this guy, and now he getting 30 plus. I'm just saying. If you don't want to pay him 21, why the hell would you want to pay him 31?
Well, I'm not saying that I don't want to pay him. I want to pay him if he's good. I don't want to pay him if he's ass. That's all I'm saying.
You don't have to.
And the thing is that we don't know if he's good or not. We don't really know.
No. We know he's good. The question is he a franchise quarterback? We know he's good. The question is he good enough to get a second contract? No.
I also think
Daniel Jones ain't good. You just don't watch football. If you think he's not good, you don't watch football. Is he great? That's up for debate. But he's a good quarterback.
I also think we don't know whether he'll be back, or not back, but whether the new general manager or coaching staff is going to want to even give him that 5th-year option. That's what I feel like something that's not being brought up a lot. Because, say what we want about these quarterbacks. We all know as soon as quarterbacks want to, or as soon as this coaching staff and the general manager, as soon as they come in, they're going to want to supplement their job status, right? So, I'm not saying, but I just hope everybody knows that a quarterback is in play for the first round. I just want everybody to know that.
He better not be.
Not this year. Next year, yes. Not this year.
The only quarterback that I think, if you get an offensive guy like Brian Dable, the only dude that I could see us taking is Malik.
That's the only dude.
Yo, y'all keep. I don't
All the other
understand
dudes,
why
they're
y'all want
basically
these fucking random these
at best
quarterbacks,
Daniel
bro.
Jones. Like they're basically the only dude that's at best Daniel Jones is like Kenny Pickett. But
But
literally, the dude that has the
no,
most potential is Malik Willis, just because he's an athlete. I mean, he could do a lot. And you
Liberty,
see somebody
liberty,
like Brian
liberty,
Dable.
liberty.
let me explain something to y'all. Let me explain something to y'all. All right, I don't know how else to say this, but if the Giants are gonna fuck up the draft by taking a quarterback, can we just send that bitch to Seattle and get
They're
a
not.
proven
They're
commodity?
not. They're not taking a quarterback. That's the thing, is that
Nah,
they
but
are
everybody
not
keeps
taking a
talking this Kenny
quarterback.
Pickett, Malik Willis bullshit. If all I'm saying is
Are
this,
you for
if
sure though?
They're not
we're
taking a
going to fuck
quarterback.
the
They're
draft
not.
up, Tess, if
They're
we
not
are
taking a
going to
quarterback.
fuck up the draft by taking a quarterback, I would rather send that pick to Seattle for Russell Wilson. That's all I'm saying. I would rather send the pick to Seattle for Russell Wilson. If we're gonna fuck up our draft and instead of taking Evan Neal, we want to take Kenny Pickett or some shit like that, I would rather send the 5th pick in the draft to Seattle for Russell Wilson. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to say this. There is no shot. There's no shot that the Giants take a quarterback. There's no shot.
Shit, I
There's
don't
no.
know, bro. We
There's
about to
no
get a new
shot.
GM.
Nah, there's no
We gotta
You
shot.
get
want
a
to put
new
money on it?
GM.
There's no
Listen, I'm
shot.
the biggest Daniel Jones supporter in the world, and I
Now,
want
I'm not
Daniel
gonna
Jones
lie
back.
though. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm the Giants and I'm the Giants' new general manager, I'm putting it out in the NFL world and the NFL air that I'm interested in a quarterback, so teams could trade above me.
You know
Yeah,
what?
that's smart. That's very smart.
You know what? I'm trading one of those draft picks anyway. I'm trading down
Oh no, I'm not saying.
somewhere.
I'm not saying to trade it. I'm saying so a team could trade ahead of you.
No, I'm not doing
So
that.
an
No,
edge for somebody could fall.
Because a Lyndon Bomb is supposed to be the Quentin Nelson of this draft. He's supposed to be the can't miss interior lineman of the draft. If we can get him at 7, we take him. Hell no. Pest, I want this line fixed, and I want it fixed now.
I
No
understand
more
what you're
getting
saying.
cute, trading back. No. Get Evan Neal if he's there, and then get Linderbaum. Now, if Evan Neal's falls to us Giants fans, you are aware that means we're getting Thibodeau or Hutchinson. We're either gonna get Neal or edge rusher. Me and Hub had this. No, Ash Money, you was on the. We just had this conversation. You know, let's get Pest. Let's get Pest opinion, Ash, because we already had this debate. If it's the 5th pick, Thibodeau or
Okay.
Evan Neal, what we doing? I want your opinion, Pest.
Pest, don't piss me off.
Don't tell him your Ash. Don't tell him where we stand on it. I just want to know. I want him to not be biased with this.
Oh
Evan
man.
Neal or Thibodeau. What we doing?
Oh boy. I personally think that I would go Neil.
Oh, let's go.
I
Don't do
personally
that.
think that I would go Neil because you know me, man. I'm all about the line. So I would probably go Neil because I think that there are some other good edge rushers in this draft that we can get later. And you know we can't fuck up this offensive line no more. Like we got to get it right. We got to get this offensive line shit right. We have to.
Told you.
We have to get this offensive line thing right. We
Bro.
and listen. Well, and listen. Here's the thing. We have to get this offensive line thing right because of because of Dave fucking Gettleman. We have to get this offensive line shit right because of Dave Gettleman because that's what he's been preaching, and everybody's now buying into the fact that like yes, we do need offensive line. Get us a fucking offensive lineman. So like yeah, we're at the point where we have to get offensive linemen. We have to, and I've been saying that if it's me, I walk away from this draft with 4 offensive linemen. I'm not saying I'm using my first 4 picks on offensive linemen. What I am saying, though, is that I am leaving this draft with 4 offensive linemen come hell or high water. I'm going to have 4 offensive linemen out of this fucking draft. What do we got, 11 picks? I'm getting 4 offensive linemen.
Agreed. And before you respond, Ash Money, shout out to Terrell Young. Dak is overrated. Always had the team already built around him. He a glorified Glizzly Guzzler in the clutch.
Oh my
agree.
God.
That's the thing. Y'all gotta understand with Dak, bro. Dak can't carry a team. if Dak was on the Giants the past 3 years, he'd be trash. There's no way. Like, we saw how bad Dak looked before Amari got there, and when his offensive line was hurt. We saw how bad Dak looked. Dak's not that good, bro. He's not. And that's why Jerry Jones didn't want to pay. When has Jerry Jones never wanted to pay a star player, bro? When? Jerry Jones paid all his stars, but he knew Dak wasn't that good. And when he get blown out by the 49ers this weekend, I don't want to hear shit.
They're not going to get blown out by no goddamn 49ers. They're not going to get blown out.
Samuel and them dudes about to run all over that Cowboy defense. Watch.
They are not getting ready to get blown out.
Let me say this about the draft scenario. So you said Eben Neal or Kayvon Thibodeau, right?
Yep.
My thing is that
either edge rusher.
My thing is that I feel like in order for one of those edges to be available, Eben Neal has to go in the top 5. I mean, in the top 4 for that to be available for that, because you got Jaguars. They're either for that to happen. They're either going to take an edge or offensive tackle. The Lions are going to take a quarterback. I'm guessing. The Texans.
They're going
to have to have a quarterback or that safety, Kyle Hamilton, and then you have the Jets. I feel like the Jets are going to take an edge, but if in this scenario for Kayvon Thibodeau to be here or Aiden Hutchinson, they would have to take Eben Neal. Now, with that being said, the debate is Aiden Hutchinson / Kayvon Thibodeau or Tyler Linderbaum. You have to be out your goddamn mind if you think I'm passing up on Kayvon Thibodeau or Aiden Hutchinson for a center. I don't give a damn whether he's freaking Jeff Saturday. I don't give a damn. I really don't.
Well, for a center, no. For a center, no. For a tackle, yes.
But here's my thing. The gap between Eben Neal and the tackle out of North Carolina State is not that far. It's not really.
Nah, I ain't trying to hear that shit, bro. Ooh, I don't want to take no chances. We don't need another Eric Flowers, bro. Get the best available tackle on the plane. Look, Ash. Listen, I agree with you 1,000%. We are the New York Giants. I've been saying this for 2 years now. We need edge rushers. I get that. But here's the thing you got to understand. This offensive line is so bad at this point, we got to break the rules. Under no circumstances,
real talk.
We got to break the rules.
Like real talk. We got to fix this off. I mean, because we just sat here and spent like 30 minutes talking about Daniel Jones. We just sat here about 30 minutes talking about Daniel Jones and how we're going to handle that Daniel Jones situation. And you want to flip a coin on an offensive lineman? Like, for real?
Nah, we got to fix that shit.
Now, we got to fix that offensive line. If we're going to find out if Daniel Jones is the truth, if we're going to find out if Saquon Barkley can actually get the job done, we got to fix the offensive line first.
Exactly. Bro, I don't give a damn. I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm not tied to either of them as of right now.
Bro, but
okay, cool. What about the next quarterback though? Like we have to fix this offensive line. Because listen. Let me ask you a question. Ask why did the Giants suck this year?
Offensive line.
Offense. Period. If we had a competent offense, we could have won several games this year. It wasn't the defense's fault. Our defense was not holding us back. We have no offense.
So you're telling me if the Giants get somebody like Ryan Poles from the Chiefs, who they have history of finding offensive linemen in the late rounds, or somebody from San Francisco who can really pull offensive linemen and running backs out of there, you know what? You don't have any faith that they could do it for us?
Can I answer that, Pess?
Sure.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Hey, Ash, guess what? That's what left guard and right guard are for, okay? That shit too. But with the tackle,
that's what I'm
going to take care of that with the 5th pick.
We talk about tackles.
Get rid of that with the 5th pick.
We talk about tackles, and the tackles are the cornerstone of your fucking offensive line. Like, you got to have a good tackle on both sides. You got to have a tackle on both sides. This is a new NFL, so your right edge rusher and your left edge rusher are not right edge rushers and left edge rushers. They're just edge rushers. They travel. They move from side to side. And
why would you put T.J. Watt on Andrew Thomas' side?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So like at the end of the day, we have to get the tackle play correct. We have to, bro. It's pivotal that we get the tackles right. The guards, cool, whatever. The centers, fine. But like we have to have good tackles. So if the best tackle is sitting there at 5, you take them. I understand how you feel. I understand how you feel about Thibodeau. I understand how you feel about the edge rusher. And you're not wrong. You're
right.
You're not wrong. But what is more important right now is fixing the deficiency that caused this team to be bad this year. And that's the offensive line. Defense was okay.
So who's at pick number 6?
At 6?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have the 6th pick. We got the 7th.
Well, I know, but I'm saying who's at pick number 6 though?
The Jets. No.
They're at 10.
Yeah, it is the Jets, right?
Now the Jets are at 10 because Seattle beat Arizona.
No, but don't the Jets got 3 first rounders because of the Seahawks?
Hold on, I'll tell you
They
right
have 2.
It's Carolina. It's Carolina.
So
Carolina.
you don't think? And Carolina needs a quarterback as well.
Carolina's definitely taking a offensive lineman.
Yeah, Carolina going to take an offensive
Carolina's
lineman.
definitely taking a lineman.
Without question, they take it. I'm going to tell you who's taking an offensive lineman. Jacksonville's probably taking an offensive lineman, right? Detroit's probably taking an edge rusher. I would almost imagine that Houston would want to take an offensive line, but if they don't, the Jets want to take an offensive lineman, okay? Because Jacksonville and the Jets both have young quarterbacks that they need to protect. So we already can assume that those two are going to take probably want to take offensive linemen, and then Detroit and Houston, it's a coin flip. They could. But I was getting ready to say, but both of those teams could go quarterback.
I think Detroit takes a quarterback, and I think, Detroit has 2 first-round picks, so they could take a quarterback with their second first-round pick.
No, they're not going to pass on Kenny Pickett, bro. By the time the draft comes around, they're going to be calling Kenny Pickett Josh Allen. Trust me. ESPN known for that shit. ESPN about to big up like 2-3 quarterbacks, bro. You know that.
I don't think Houston takes a quarterback. I feel like Davis Mills.
They're not going into the season with Davis Mills, bro. They're not doing it.
Did you not see how he played? I'm not saying that he won me over.
That's what I'm saying. The Ravens going to move on from Lamar for Brett Hundley.
Bro, I'm not saying he won me over, but I mean the Texans are the Texans.
Hold on.
We're talking about the organization.
Let me ask you a question. How many games did Davis Mills start last year, and what's their record? Let's not act like Davis Mills only started like the last game of the season. That dude had been starting since the Carolina game or some shit. Like, come on, bro.
Okay, but look, this is not
October.
But look, this is not us in the front office. This is them racist pieces of shit in the front office. If Detroit takes Kenny Pickett, you really think they're gonna draft Malik Willis? A black quarterback named Malik.
Malik
Come
Willis
on now.
might not be the next top prospect. Remember, we thought that Justin Fields was the best prospect besides Trevor Lawrence, and it ended up being Trey Lance and Zach Wilson, who I never fucking heard of prior to the draft.
Ooh, this is interesting.
Know who the quarterbacks are going to be.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on a second. This is actually very interesting. So I'm looking at Tankathon, and I'm looking at their mock draft right now, right? And Tankathon does a pretty good job with these. Not always, but they do a pretty good job. So they have the Jaguars taking Hutchinson first. They've got the Lions taking Thibodeau second.
Yeah.
They've got Houston taking Evan Neal. They've got Jets taking Kyle Hamilton. That's surprising. And then they have us.
Yeah, because Marcus May is leaving, their best safety. So that's interesting. And then they got us taking George I always get this guy's fucking hell no. I'm sorry.
Karlaftis, whatever the hell his name is. Karlaftis. And then they've got the Panthers taking Kenny Pickett. And then they have us taking Ekwonu, the interior guard. The interior lineman from NC State.
I forgot about that. You know what? The Panthers know. As a matter of fact, the Panthers are probably going to go quarterback.
Bro, I
they'll
just said
probably take the
that.
best available. I forgot about that.
I
They'll
just
probably
said
take the
so.
best
So
available quarterback.
that's why I brought that up, because do you think you could risk passing if you're at 7 and the Panthers take a quarterback at 6?
Well, it
You
depends on
think
what
you would?
quarterback is available, though. We gotta. There has to be a quarterback they want to take before we
Or
take that.
what if Malik Willis goes out and performs like the next Deshaun Watson, right? And he's the second rated quarterback behind Kenny Pickett, and they compare him, like you said, to Josh Allen, a big arm quarterback that has problems with his accuracy and his footwork, right?
Hold
And
on,
so
real quick, because I done had DB from EP super chat on my screen for a minute. My bad, DB. DB from EP says, if they clear Deshaun Watson, screw them picks. Matter of fact, you want my wallet? Take it. You need the code to my card? It's 1112. Get the weird. No, I agree. I agree with that. I agree
I'm
with
not
that.
gonna
We can
lie,
get Deshaun. It is
yeah,
what it is. Yeah, at that point,
I'm trading the farm.
yeah, because at that point, we'll figure the rest of the shit out. You know what I'm saying? That's when Pest talks about the 49er guy finding linemen, and yeah, you want to give 2 first rounders for Deshaun, then the GM, okay, earn your check and go find our tackle in the second round. Okay, there we go. At that point, yeah, go find our right tackle in the second round. We get Deshaun
No,
Watson, there we go.
what? But why would you now want to get a tackle in the second round instead of the first, though?
because
It's Deshaun Watson.
well, okay, so what are we doing? Are we, because
It's Deshaun Watson.
I don't think we're going to give up both of our first round. Let's just entertain this idea before we wrap this shit up and get ready to get out of here. Okay, let's just entertain an idea. So we're not going to give up both of our first round picks this year.
No.
We'll probably give up 5 and a first next year and maybe a first the year after that, right?
Or in a third.
Which, in my opinion, fucking gross. Okay, but whatever. We're going to entertain this. We're going to entertain this.
Nah, Deshaun Watson 25, bro, by any means. He's 25, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's 25. He's 25, but Jesus Christ, we're mortgaging the shit out of the future. So okay. So we still got number 7. So we're taking that, and we're taking a Kwanu if he's there, NC State. I mean, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. So we're gonna grab him, right? Push his ass over the right tackle. So now we've got the tackles taken care of. I'm still not really concerned with the guards, right? You don't have to have the best guards; you just have to have competent guards. So okay, cool, right? And then what? What's the next move then?
Listen, so we have 10 picks,
bro. We fine. I don't give a damn.
Deshaun
throwing the Tony and Galladay and whatever tight end we take in the 4th round, we lit.
Listen, we have 5 picks in the first 3 rounds. So we're gonna give our highest first round pick this year a pick next year. Probably gonna give because we have 2 thirds. We're gonna give a third, and then we're probably gonna give a high quality player like Bradbury or Martinez, or probably Martinez coming off an injury, but Bradbury or Saquon, right? And at that point, if you throw in Saquon, maybe they want Daniel Jones.
No, I already gave y'all the best trade for Houston. I did it last January. The best trade for Houston is Daniel Jones, Saquon, in the first round pick for Deshaun Watson. They're not going to get a better package than that.
Yeah,
they're not. But
I'll throw in a third.
They're not going to get a better package than that. Yeah, they can get another. They can get a third to go with it, but they're not going to get a better package than that.
Deshaun doesn't need. He's not going to need a perfect offensive line. I'll say that he's not going to need a Neal and a Linderbaum. He's not going to need that, right? Deshaun, and the only thing that worries me is that he's been out of football for a year. That's the only thing. So if everything's clear with his legal issues, and everything's clear with his legal issues, I'm trading the farm. I don't give a damn. I really don't give a damn.
I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Niggas tear their ACL all the time, miss a year, and come back fine. I ain't even worried about it. He set out for a year. It's not like he's recovering from an injury. He's straight, bro. like I said, Deshaun Watson is the only quarterback I'm willing to mortgage the future for because he's 25. Russell
Yeah.
Wilson is still like 32, 33 or some shit. This dude, if we anything that gets us Deshaun Watson is justifiable, in my
Yeah.
opinion. You got
Yeah,
a
Russell Wilson, if you get
25-year-old proven quarterback. I'm with
if you
that.
get Russell Wilson, you're going to have him for really like 4 or 5 years.
You got to win now with Russell.
Yeah, you
have
got to win now, and you're going to need to have a plan. And I don't think the Giants are fit around Russell Wilson right now. But for
Pest.
Deshaun Watson, you're gonna have him for like 10, 12 years.
Pest, let me ask you a question. You just said that we're not winning, and I know Pest got to get ready to go. But Pest, if you can hear me, let me ask you this question.
I'm here. I'm listening.
You just said we're not winning next year. All right, those are your quotes earlier in the show.
Yes, I said that.
If we had Deshaun Watson on this team, even with an average offensive line, we had Deshaun Watson on this team. Does that change your mind?
Of course it does.
So I rest my case. He's worth those 2 first-round picks. If
of course it does.
He's worth them. If we did that, he's worth it.
Yes, Watson automatically makes us a contender. Yes. Yeah. It changes everything. Yeah. I agree. I would agree with that. It does. And listen, I love Deshaun Watson. I think Deshaun Watson's a fucking winner. I think he's a winner. Okay? It's unfortunate that the situation that came up, but I think kid's a winner. And if Houston is willing to move off of him and we got an opportunity to do it, I'm not going to sit here and cry on my cereal about it, okay? Kid's a winner, and holy shit, we got a good quarterback. I'm willing to trade Daniel Jones for him. Daniel Jones and Saquon and a first. Make it happen. I won't be mad at all. We can find a running back anywhere. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
Hell, I wanted to see Gary Brightwell get more reps any damn way, but whatever. Shout out to Slickback. I'm with Fisk. You get Watson, you got a top 5 to 7 quarterback. And that's another thing. I forgot about that part. Not only is he a proven quarterback, shout out to Slickback. We got a top 5 quarterback. Give him the picks. I don't care. We already got a left tackle. We don't need 5 all-pros on the offensive line.
We don't. Listen, we don't. We just need 2 tackles. We just need 2 tackles. We already got one. We just need another tackle, and we're Gucci.
Shout out to Slipback. The 49ers traded 3 ones to move up to Trey Lance. Now that was stupid. They should just took Mac Jones.
I was getting ready to say, I don't agree with that.
Shout out to Karen Bite. Peso, he saw the birth of the Dead Sea.
Shut the hell up, Karen Bite.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Pest on Hub Stream, bro. He thought he was a smart ass. I'm not gonna lie.
What I do,
bro? Homeboy said, he said something. He was like, he doesn't have the testicular advancement or some shit.
I said testicular fortitude. It's a fucking real phrase.
That's that Vince
I've
McMahon
never
shit.
heard. I've never
that's that Vince McMahon shit right there. Yo,
it means you got balls.
Bro, just say
big balls.
You have balls. You coming on testicular fortitude.
That's big balls.
I don't like how you're saying.
Hey,
big balls
don't be mad because I got a fucking advanced vocabulary and you still trying to learn yours.
Shut about to call you Ash Mayweather in a second.
Shut the fuck up and eat your lemon pepper chicken, motherfucker.
Bro, stop coloring your beard with Sharpie, bro.
Okay, go back to your corner, children. Shout out to Pay Your Man with Wheels.
I love this account.
No offense, but y'all got brainwashed into thinking hog mollies by these other YouTubers. I beef with Fist, but I'm giving the farm for Watson. Fuck them picks. Agree.
There is
no thing he ever said that I agree with.
There is no brainwashing about hog mollies, motherfucker. Our offensive line sucks. Do you not watch the fucking games? Like this is some fucking Dave Gettleman brainwashing bullshit. Our offensive line sucks. It's fucking terrible.
I'm not gonna lie. Dave Gettleman not being able to address this offensive line has brainwashed us. There should be no reason why we spend two top 10 picks to build an offensive line when teams do it every damn year with 6 rounders.
I didn't say 2 top 10 picks. I just said I'm going to walk away from this draft with 4 offensive linemen.
No, I get you, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, bring me the Hogs, 2 top Neil and Linderbaum." There should be no reason. But Dave Gettleman not being able to address this team's needs over his tenure has forced us into thinking that. And I swear to God, I swear to God, if Aiden Hutchinson is on there and we take us, bro, I swear to God.
I will say this. Neil and Linderbaum on the same offensive line is fucking scary. That's
we got like
hey, yo, listen, I understand how you feel about the offense, but that combination of offensive linemen for like 10 years is fucking you ain't touching our quarterback. You're not touching
and everybody on their rookie deals too.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't touching our fucking quarterback. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's what we should do, but in a world where that happened, bro, you ain't touching our fucking quarterback.
Nope.
You're just not fucking touching him. There's nothing you can do.
And this is what me and Hub was trying to explain to Ash Money. When we say draft Evan Neal and Linderbaum, we're adding that to a top 5 left tackle. We already got a top 5 left tackle, bro. Outside of Trent Richardson and on the 49ers and Bakhtiari in Green Bay, I can't think of nobody better than Andrew Thomas at the left tackle. So, like, we already got like a top 5 left tackle.
What about Orlando Brown?
He's on the right side.
He's on the right side.
And in Kansas City, they say he ain't all that shit in Kansas City. But my whole thing is just like, come on, bro. You're adding Neal and Linderbaum to Andrew Thomas. That's what makes it like so scary. It's not like we're just taking Neal and Linderbaum in a vacuum. We're adding them to a top 5 left tackle, man. Like Pest said, you're not touching our quarterback no time soon.
You're not. Listen, you're not touching our quarterback, and our running back getting ready to have crazy running lanes. Because here's the thing. And again, I'm not advocating this. I'm just painting the picture for you. You can have average guards in between those 3 fucking guys, and they're gonna be fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like Dallas.
You can have average guards there. You got an all-pro center and 2 all-pro tackles. It don't matter what those guards are. You can put a fucking road cone there and they'll be all right.
It shouldn't have to have come to this point though. That's what I'm saying.
It shouldn't have. And fuck Dave Gettleman for that.
And that's why his ass is going.
But that's why that's why he's retired because he sucks.
Judge. And Joseph F. Judge.
And he sucks too.
Shit.
And
shout out to Brian Howard. I need the Giants to fix that stadium grass, please. Yeah,
facts.
Tired of these damn injuries. Yeah, the Jets and Giants fans complaining about that shit. Shout out to Slipback. Yo, y'all need to check out Twitter leaks coming out. Apparently, Joe Judge tried to fist fight Jason Garrett.
Yeah.
And Rob Sale. This dude is straight up nut.
I heard that. Colin Coward. Watch. Go on YouTube and look up Colin Coward. I guess he had some people that he knows that's inside the Giants organization, and
Colin Cowherd said that apparently his dude said that he tried to fight Rob Sale and he pushed Jason Garrett to his limit, and so it wasn't really about Joe Judge firing Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett just had like his deal, like he just had it up to here with Joe Judge, and they said the players wanted him gone, and he pissed a lot of people off in the locker room.
What?
I've heard all of that. I've heard all of that. So listen, y'all, because I got a slide. So I just want to say one quick thing.
I got a roll too.
I just want to say one quick thing, and then Fist, you can get through these super chats and you can take your ass to bed. There he is. Hey Zach, fuck off. Okay. You fuck all the way off, Zach. You eat 5 bags of dicks, my guy. Okay, and that's all I gotta say. Fisk, I appreciate you. Ash, shut up. And I'll holler at y'all in, man.
Thanks for coming.
I appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, for sure. I'll holler at y'all. Y'all take care.
Shout out to Zach. Remember, supporting Big Fisk is supporting small businesses. Hey, Pets. The retirement home called me. They have your sponge bath ready. The pudding is in your room, and the pool juice is waiting for you. Bedtime, Uncle Pest. Oh, that's why he was mad at you, Zach. He said the sponge bath is waiting on. Shout out to Zach, man. Peyton Manning with wheels. Chiefs rebuilt their O-line with 3 late rounders. No, they didn't. Stop saying that. The Chiefs went out and got Orlando Brown with their first round pick. They traded that for the Ravens. And don't forget the boy Tooney, what's his name? Jake Tooney or whatever. They signed, they gave him like $70 million from New England. He was a first round pick. So at least 2 of their players on the Chiefs offensive line were basically either max paid or first round pick. So, we can't say the Chiefs rebuilt their line with three late rounders because Looney and Orlando Brown, one was the highest paid lineman in the offseason, and the other guy got traded for a first round pick. So Joe Tooney, that's his name, Joe Tooney. Yeah, they broke the bank to get Joe Tooney. The fuck is Ash Money doing?
Oh, I'm right here.
Oh, shout out to Ami
It was my
Belfort.
door.
Remember, supporting Big Fisk is supporting small businesses. Merry Christmas, Fisk. LOL. It feels like Christmas for a Giants fan in January. Salute, fellas. I'm jacked out of my mind for next season. Yeah, John Mara's approval rating just went through the freaking roof, bro. It did. John Mara firing Gettleman and Judge just basically took him off the hook in like 99% of like he cleaned house, bro. Like for real. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to John Mayer for cleaning house, like, cause he it's like, yo, we was
That's crazy.
MetLife in a minute. We was getting ready to storm MetLife at this point.
That's 2 straight offensive line coaches that Joe Judge try to fight. That is some shit right there.
Yo, Joe Judge is a nut, bro. Yo, Joe Judge is a nutcase, man. This is no way, bro. Yo, Joe Judge is a freaking nutcase, bro. This stuff make no. Yo, Joe Judge might not ever get another NFL job, man.
Homeboy went on a rant. He tried to push for Kevin Abrams. He wanted a hand in the general manager position.
He really thought he was nice. Like Joe Judge really fucking thought he was nice.
And then he wanted Bill O'Brien as his offensive coordinator.
No, well, I'm cool with the Bill O'Brien shit because Bill O'Brien offense is beginning.
But why would you want and this is not on my end or your end. This is really, I'm saying this to Joe Judge. Why would you want a former head coach as your offensive coordinator when you just went through that with Jason Garrett?
Because Joe Judge think he the shit, bro. Like Joe Judge is beyond repair. Joe Judge really think he that dude, bro. Like Joe Judge really thinks he's Vince Lombardi. Like Joe Judge think he's
Bro, he thinks he's Belichick.
Yeah, Joe Judge is that confident, bro. He really, yo, there will never be another Joe Judge. Joe Judge, one of the few people that can go to the podium and just lie to you and make it sound good every week until he lost his cool versus
Homeboy really said he had players calling him every week begging to stay, begging to come back.
Even I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Now, I was with him when he said we not a clown show. I was with that. I was like, yeah, we not no clown show. But then I'm like, I don't think Golden Tate begging to come back to play for you, bro.
The only player I can see is Dalvin Tomlinson.
And I think he's happier in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I agree with a lot of the stuff that Joe just said because I don't think we're a clown show and our players weren't fighting on the side. Like I agree with some of that shit, but some of the stuff he said, I just like, Judge, this ain't the time.
We just had we were just the talk of training camp because we had a huge brawl. Like
freaking Joe Judge. And that's another thing. And we about to wrap up. Yo, y'all hit that like button, man. We trying to get to 100 likes up here. But before, you know what I'm saying, one of the things that I'm just sitting back like, yo, how can Joe Judge come back and make people run laps? Who's going to want to run laps and tolerate getting cursed out by Joe Judge after a second losing season? His culture only works.
Bro, that's what he ruined any chance of us bringing in any free agent this offseason if he stayed.
Could you imagine, bro, like Joe Judge cursing out the team and making people run laps. Could you imagine if he tried to pull that this summer after a 4-13 season?
Oh yeah, he would have lost the locker room for real.
He
He already
it would have
did,
been a
but
disaster. It would have been a disaster. He had to go. Judge had to go. You know what this is like, Ash. You remember Casino?
yeah,
Remember when they finally had to kill Nicky Santoro at the end of Casino because he just did too much. He was just doing too much. Like Nicky Santoro was like,
they had to cut him off.
and they ended up killing him in the cornfield of Indiana. It's like, he's like
Yeah,
Joe Judge is starting to remind me of Nicky Santoro, bro. He started doing too much. You're just doing too much. Like I think Nicky Santoro was banging Ace Rothstein's wife. He was trying to steal money from the mob. He was trying to clip his bosses. He just started doing too much. And now you hear stories of Joe Judge wanting to pick the GM. He fighting coordinators. It's like, all right, Joe, relax. You're doing too much. You're not that important, bro. Like you're not. Like you gotta go, bro.
yeah. His job was safe. I believe his job was safe until he did that 11-minute rant, and then the quarterback sneaks. That shit was, oh my god.
I thought it was a quarterback sneak. They got him fired. I don't think
Well,
at
I
that
heard
point
that
where
like
you
the
can't
owners,
recover from that.
they don't like being like he was calling out former coaches, and they don't John Mayer and their professional selves. They don't like that.
Yeah, I think the 11-minute rant is what took away the job security, and the 3rd and 9
Yeah,
sneak when he lost the locker room is what got him fired.
like we are
Because he was
literally
fine until those two things
I'm
happened.
not gonna lie, we are literally the Philadelphia Eagles last year. Like,
Yeah,
when
basically.
they sat Jalen Hurts, that's what we really. That's kind of what I'm comparing it to
Basically. I mean, because come
with Doug
on,
Peterson.
bro. 3rd and 9 QB sneak. What? We're never living that down. That's going down in Giants infamy, right up there with the Deshaun Jackson kick return, the miracle in the Meadowlands. Like a lot of it, it's going up there with infamy Giants play. Giants plays that will live in infamy. It's going up there, man. That 39
The Evan
QB
Ingram and
sneak.
Darius Slayton drop.
Oh my fuck, that Evan Ingram drop, bro. Jesus. But nah, it's just like,
Nah, the Darius Slayton drop hurt me the most. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, that was worse. See, well, you know what? Here's the thing. The Darius Slayton drop was bad. The Darius Slayton drop was actually worse than the Ingram drop. But the thing is, the Ingram drop happened to versus the Eagles, and I hate
Yeah,
them more than I hate Washington. I hate
yeah.
the Eagles. Ooh.
Both happened Thursday night.
Yeah. See, but here's the thing: the Evan Ingram one hurt worse because that cost us the game. At least with the Darius Slayton one, it's like, damn, this motherfucker really went off sides on the field. It's like other shit happened that was even worse after the drop. But the Evan Ingram one is like, damn, you really caught the game. It's like,
And then it was even worse because if we would have won that game, we would have been in the playoffs.
yeah, yep, pretty much. It's just
But
that
the
Evan
Darius
Ingram.
Slayton, John, that happened in week 2. We would just have one
Word.
more win.
Word. You know what I'm saying? That just happened in week 2. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but that damn Evan Angle drop, you got to be kidding me, bro. I mean, you just, and then he goes to the
he's
Pro
gone.
Bowl.
He's gone.
How the hell did he go to the Pro Bowl, Ash? Like, for real, I still don't know how the hell Evan Angle made the Pro Bowl last year. I'm still trying to comprehend that shit. But yeah, man, we out of here, fellas. If y'all want to do Big Fisk a favor, we need 7 more likes to get to 100. Smash that like button on your way out, man. Ash, man, I'm glad you was able to pull up. Once again, shout out the Pest, man. It's been real, man. This stream had to happen. This emergency Joe Judge stream, it had to happen, man. I'm glad y'all could be a part of it.
All right, man.
So we up out of here, man. I love all y'all. Y'all be safe. You know, I can get back to my positive shit on my Giants. I can go back to preaching hope and prosperity again now that we done clean house. It's a good day, man. It's a good day to be a Giants fan. I can't believe I never thought I'd say that again. I never thought those words come out my mouth again, but yeah, it's a good day to be a Giants fan, man. Things are looking up for us right now. But yeah, we out of here, man. Y'all be safe.